Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to part 5 of the TTS-A-THON between myself and Velker. We've just decided we wanted to try to do as much TTS gaming as we possibly could over the course of the holiday, and so here we are. Get rid of these things, those are extras. And today we're usually I use TTS because I love the fact that we can play something really, really big. Well, I was inspired by one of the fellows I follow on Twitter who's playing the Aspern-Essling game of Bellis Napoleonicis to finally commit. I had a set built for this for 100 years, but I really wanted to give it a try. It's De Bellis Napoleonicis, and we're going to have a stumble through because I've never played it. I've played a ton of DBA. I've had the DBN rules for a long time, but I've never had a chance to try it out. I've watched the videos, so here we are. And instead of the 15-foot by 6-foot, it's 2x2. This is a 2x2 set because we're going to be playing in 15 mm scale. So it's a little over 2 feet this way, 2 feet that way. And we've got two 12-point armies. For those who don't know, DBN, De Bellis Napoleonicis, I'll just call it DBN, is a derivative of the classic DBA, De Bellis Antiquitatis, that came out 100 years ago now, and really revolutionized the way we wargame. It said, you know what? We don't have to have 1,000 figures. We don't have to play over hundreds and hundreds of square feet of table. We can have a fun, small game that lets us feel like an army commander. And it used a fairly innovative, I can't say it's original, I think it is, but I don't know, a fairly original system of using a D6 dice rolling for pips, and it to manage activations and fighting. But the thing I really love about it is the push and shove that it brought to ancient and medieval gaming. By that I mean, when units come into contact, you don't really get a sense of how they're doing turn to turn until they start getting shoved back and shoved forward, and you see your lines breaking and all that other stuff. But that's to get ahead of the story. Right now, I'll surprise no one when I say that we're going to be playing in the 1809 campaign. Velker has let me have my French. Here they all are. And he's got the Austrians over here, the high point of the Austrian army. Let me put this thing up here. There we go. Should roll just fine. But we're going to have to learn some rules. But first, I suppose I should check and make sure, just in case anybody shows up, that we are polite and we say hello. Learn some rules. But first, I suppose I should. There we go. Well, sure enough, we already have 2 people watching. Hey, Hasdrubal. Oh my goodness! It's both Daniel Moreno and Hasdrubal. Good to see you guys. Happy day after Boxing Day. I've decided to try and take a crack at DBN. So if any of you know this system, anybody knows this system, feel free to shout and fix the mess we're making of things. I should also say that this is part of something I've wanted to do. We've played a lot of Blucher. We've played a lot of Commands and Colors Napoleonics. And we're going to be playing, we played a lot of Black Powder. I'm trying to play all the fast play Grand Tactical Napoleonic games, and certainly DBN has to be one of them. So going through the rules. We need a D6. We've got our play area. And then unit representation. What do the units represent? Well, just about everything is a brigade. Here we've got our brigade of infantry. In this case, muskets. We've got a brigade of cavalry. And we do have some cannons. I've got some foot guns right here. And Velker's got much the same. And these represent high-level assets. Obviously, with this many brigades, you're talking about a corps. Basically, everybody's commanding a corps in one of these small 12-point battles. And this is a divisional. This is not a little foot battery. This is a big corps divisional asset of guns, I gather from the rule makers. So we'll see that. All right, so that's what we've got. Let's talk about the units that we're playing with. The distances, our scales, our paces, one of those great, lovely United Kingdom things they love to do. 100 paces is 25 millimeters if using our scale. So, but instead of 25 millimeters, we're going to say 1 inch. So 100 paces is going to be 1 inch. So when we get down to those measurements. Infantry types. Let's just scoot around the board and see what we have. I'll start on my side. Here's our French sub-commander. Well, he's actually going to be our commander-in-chief right there. I realize I deleted the sub-commander, or the commander-in-chief. Shouldn't have done that. As I said, we've got a foot gun. We've got muskets. Those are our basic shooter fellows. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those. I've got elite heavy cavalry, my cuirassiers. There they are, looking very salty. 1 brigade of those. And I've got 1 brigade each of light cavalry. And 1 brigade of elite muskets. That's right. The old guard. Check them out. Let's take a look what the Austrians have. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of muskets. There's their commander. They've got 2 batteries of guns. That may make a difference. And they've got 2 units of light cavalry. And 2 units of heavy cavalry. All right. So there's their unit types. That's who we've deployed on the field. And as you can see, they're a little bit generic. Oh no, Hesterble, what you're telling me is I'm on my own. Well, very good. We'll punch along as best we can. There are other unit types. There's light infantry, there's Jaegers, but I decided I want to keep this as simple as I could. And we have our commanders. Oh yes, and we have our baggage train. And each army has to have a baggage train. This is classed as foot. It is depicted as, you see the one it is shown. It has a, once placed, it cannot be moved. It has an intrinsic combat factor for close combat, but it can't shoot. However, its defense can be improved by placing a unit of infantry within the baggage train's base, in which case it is assumed that the combat unit is protecting it, defending it. The defending unit can be relieved of its guard duties if it is pressed elsewhere and can be replaced by another infantry unit if so desired. So that's pretty cool. We do have elite units out there, and that's just a generic term that they use. We'll see that in combat. Some discretionary turn types. We've talked about our basing and unit representation. There's our board. We don't take account of weather, it's interesting to note. So let's talk about terrain features. And this is going to be very similar to what you see in De Bellis Antiquitatis. The biggest ones here are this crop field, which is classified as bad going. So if you march through here, that's bad going. I think it's going to be very much the same. Oh no, woods are different. Woods are those areas of openly spaced trees, often with thick undergrowth, through which foot and mounted can pass, albeit at a slower pace. All infantry fires at 1 inch, and if muskets at reduced effect. Muskets and all mounted, except irregular cavalry, don't have any of those, fight at close combat at reduced effect. All right. Don't see any impassable areas. Roads. Roads are a very common feature, but the movement advantage they confer should be adjusted to suit both the quality of the roads and the seasons. Roads moving by road through bad going may continue to claim the movement, but only if they are astride the road and not involved in any form of combat. Well, we have that. And then, of course, for all games DBX, we have the built-up area. It's considered to be a large, well-developed building or small town, the garrison of which is a significant advantage in close combat, and it is largely unaffected by firing, so you should bear that in mind. So getting into a town is a big deal, and it's on that square base, and it is intended to accommodate 1 unit. 2 collected BUAs are a large town, and 3 is a city. So right now, clearly, we have a village. We have a small village. In fact, we have 2 of them. We have Rotenburg, Red City, and Blauenburg, Blue City. So hopefully our terrain will make sense down the way. Rules for causeways, which is pretty cool, and olive groves and stuff like that. For the purposes of command radius, the following terrain features restrict line of sight. Forest, woods, gentle and steep hills. So those things are going to restrict line of sight for command distances. We're playing the 12-point game in the rules, and what I'm doing is I'm just reading through the rules. Yes, and we've selected a 12-point army. Both sides are going to roll a d6, and the player with the highest score is the attacker. Okay?
All right.
So let's see who's the attack. We're going to roll a d6, and whoever rolls higher is the attacker. Here I come. Haha. I rolled. Okay, so you're the attacker. What does that mean? I don't know. We've set up the terrain table. We have there should be a minimum of 4 features, at least one of which is to be man-made. Do we have 4 terrain features? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have enough, and 2 of them are man-made, so we must be doing very well. Okay, so we are doing well by DBN. In the basic game, where the battlefield is a square, the attacker, that's me, numbers 3 of the sides, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth, 4, and the fourth, his preferred edge, 4, 5, 6. But the latter must not be either of the closest to any built-up area. The attacker then dices to determine which is his base edge. All right, can do. So, let's see. I can't declare this one to be my favorite side, because that's clearly closest to this BUA. The other one's pretty even. So, well, I like this side of the table. I think this is pretty fair. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just clockwise. You understand what I'm doing? What I'm doing is I'm saying that this is side 1, this is side 2, this is side 3, and then over here is sides 4, 5, 6. I'm going to roll a die. Okay. So we see which one is mine. Here I go. All right, well, I'm here. So that is my base edge. The defender deploys first. Both players have a deployment zone of 6 inches from the base edge and at least 3 inches from both sides. The defender has an option to garrison a BUA. Oh, well, that is not within his deployment zone. So you deploy first. You have to come out 6 inches. So, well, you know how that goes.
Deal in.
Right about there. And no closer than 3 inches from the side. So right about there. And you have the option to garrison this BUA. You can throw one of your units into there or into this one, I think. Although that fellow would wind up being an awful long distance away from your home base. All right, so you're going to do that. Who are you going to put in there? Put some muskets in there. All right. So you're going to set up your lads. And in DBA, connecting your units to each other is a big deal. It's more efficient. Mm-hmm. All right, there's some columns being made, I see. I can certainly respect that. And remember, once you place your baggage train, you can't move it.
Lock it.
Oh, that's true. No movings. All right, my turn. Huh. Well, I have horsies, so I would think I would want to use the horsies. Oh, I gotta be 3 inches off, don't I? 3 inches. Good enough. You're right, that is a chunk of distance. There it is. Hi. I don't know how any of this works, and I know you don't either. So I'm just going to guess. I'm going to try some Napoleonic things. How's that? I don't know if I get any benefit of that from or not. We'll find out. I have a funny hunch that sooner or later somebody who knows how to play this game is going to come in, watch this video, and laugh at me. Outright derision is not out of the question. As you said, let's lock it. Boy, I hope that makes sense. It may well not. All right. Those are 2 setup armies. Let's start. I have... Oh, hey. Hey, it's Bee Cafe. What's up? Group as much as you can together. Group all the cavalry together. Yeah, see? Now, I know you're not telling me how to play. You're kibitzing. That's always a good thing. The crops are not a man-made terrain feature, although I suspect they are. I think that that's a BUA, and I think that they count as bad going. Maybe they are. That's a good point. Maybe they are.
Oh, one of my men fell down on their horse.
They did?
Yeah.
Which one?
They were actually leaning back on these heavy calves.
They're. Why is he tilted that way? That's very weird. Well, we're going to leave him like that. I'll fix him later. That's crazy. There's much tilting going on.
These guys are fine, but these guys are tilting back.
So these guys here?
These heavy calves.
Okay. Yeah. That's the nice thing. You can get out the epoxy. The digital epoxy is coming out. What happened to him? That's very sad. Can he move? Nope.
What the?
Nope, he cannot move. So, la. There he goes. Free at last. Shut up. No. Hey, wrong way. Yeah, I know. It offends my sense of order.
It's good.
Good enough, you think?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me glue him. He's better now. And now we copy him. Excellent. All better. Cool. All right, so now we've deployed our troops, and the way the sequence works, it's a number of turns. We're going to have bounds. During a bound, each side moves, fires, and resolves combats. All right, I get that. First thing we're going to roll is for our dice, our points, our command points. They call them cap dice. Then we're going to move, fire, and then do close combat. And then you're going to do the same, since I'm the attacker. Initial orders. Historically, the initial moves, no matter how poor, were usually implemented. So therefore, let's see here. It is therefore very frustrating and historically inaccurate for a battle plan not to be initiated for want of a decent initial roll. And so for the first turn only, I get 2 extra points. All right. All too often in war games, the attacker, perhaps having taken advantage of the terrain and setting up sequence, decides not to attack. Okay. Therefore, the attacking commander has made the decision to attack. He must do so. The attacker must always advance at least 1 unit, a minimum of 200 paces, 2 inches, unless an attacking unit is within 300 paces, 3 inches of the enemy. So the attacker always has to do something.
Right.
That's not going to be a problem. The command radius is the distance within which a commander can control his stuff. This is usually 12 inches, measured from the nearest point on a commander's base. All right. If, however, it is reduced because of line of sight, it is cut to 6 inches. Ooh. Because of its critical importance, it costs 1 extra point to move any unit or formation that starts its move outside of that 12 or 6 inches. Okay. It also costs an extra point to move an individual unit and formation if the commander is located cowering in a built-up area or if it's supporting a close combat. All right. Having deployed his army, the commander or subcommander then uses their points to move. It costs 1 point to move either a single unit or a formation that is within his radius. This should not be confused with obligatory movements, which we cover later. All right, there we go. A move by a single unit is known as a unit move. It can be in any direction and may end the move facing in any direction, but you can't move more than your permitted allowance. So 1 base as far as it likes, or is facing whichever way it likes. A group of units that are all touching each other, in a good formation, if they're in line, if it is 2 or more units wide, it is a line. It can only move straight ahead or wheel, except when moving into close combat, which we'll talk about in a second. All right. A march column is a group of units where 1 unit is in full contact only with the unit in front. Single units in line. Makes sense. Can be as long as you want. It can move in any direction, provided they all follow the leader. All right. They only benefit from being there if they remain 6 inches from the enemy. Makes sense. An attack column is a unit of muskets supported by another unit of muskets. So 2 deep. Whose front edge is in full contact, so they have to be right behind each other facing. And they cannot be in bad going or attacking a baggage train. All right. How do we form a line from column? At the cost of 1 point, a column may move into line by the lead unit remaining stationary, and the other units of the column forming up to either one side of the lead unit. However, no part of the unit may move more than its permitted maximum allowance, and so any unit that cannot reach its allocated place in line closes up to the rear of the nearest to its front. So it takes a while to move from column into line. That makes good sense. That makes me rethink having this dude back here. Are you all... yeah, you're smart. You're all 2s. Or you got your commander supporting right there. You are a smart person. It's Tuna! Hello, Tuna. He's come to hang out and watch us learn De Bellis Napoleonicis badly. Forming from column to line. The column may be formed by a line from the nominated lead unit, moving up to its permitted movement distance, and the remaining units then closing up to its rear. Okay, so you march your line, you send 1 guy out, and everybody tucks in behind him. It's pretty simple stuff. Movement and bad going. Other than reduced movement, individual units can move as normal in bad going. Formations, except foot skirmishers, must always move as if in column. For example, a line of muskets in bad going... if you're in bad going, you can't use formations, essentially. Interesting. Successive tactical moves, STM. Normally, units can only move up to their maximum permitted allowance, but under certain circumstances, and if they stay 6 inches away, they can make a successive tactical move. A march move. If you're in march column, you may make up to 2 of these in a bound at the cost of 1 cap per move. If you're in march column. Okay. Got it. No units may fire if you make an STM. All right. Mounted and muskets can interpenetrate skirmishers, and skirmishers can pass through any friends if they're facing the same or opposite direction, and if they can make it all the way through. Foot skirmishers can recoil through foot, but only if the unit being recoiled through are facing the same way. Well, that's it. You may move through a BUA, a built-up area. No unit may move through a gap between 2 impassable pieces of terrain. Well, we don't have any of that. You may move backwards, But for troops other than skirmishers, guerrilla, or irregularly to do so and remain formed, it involves a relatively complex series of drill moves. All right, so retire pace for muskets and foot artillery is 1 inch. And it's 2 inches for cavalry. Formations cannot... Okay, I'm going to forget this. You have to help me remember this. Formations cannot retire as a group. You have a zoc to your front that is 1 base width wide and 40 millimeters deep. I should have fished out that tool. There's actually a 40 millimeter tool. 40 millimeters. I will have to get that. I think I will have to get that. You may not move into that zone unless you're attacking the enemy. Any single unit, except commanders, Jaegers, irregular infantry, skirmishing, cavalry, and guerrillas, that are more than 300 paces from any other friendly unit are deemed to be unsupported, and as such cost an additional cap. Oh, wow, that's a big deal. So if you are more than 3 inches away from any other friendly unit, it costs 1 extra point to move you. You are garrisoning that village. Mm-hmm. All right. You may leave there. Ooh, okay. You may leave at any time, and you do that by putting yourself outside the village. You just put yourself outside it and touch it. However, if you want to re-garrison it, the commander has to roll a 6 on his die roll to claim the tactical factor. This is reduced by 1 on each. So you have to really send your guys in. Ooh, I like that rule. That's a good rule. All right. We talk about recoiling. Any friendly unit that is contacted during its movement also recoils 1 base depth, provided the friendly unit is facing in the same direction. All right. You have to be very careful about that. All attack this is pursuit. All attack columns, all heavy cavalry, we have that, except KGL, and irregular who are victorious, must pursue. You must pursue 1 base depth. All other mounted who are victorious and that have provided an overlap to other mounted, making a compulsory move, may pursue if they wish to. All right. And there's fleeing. Good. Combat. We're using the attrition system. I'm told it's better. We'll find out. It's a simple system where each combat unit is either destroyed outright or suffers damage of up to 2 hits, reducing its morale and effectiveness gradually until it is destroyed and removed. All right. The term hits is as much a reflection of the unit's cohesion as its casualty level. So 1 hit means it's taking casualties but carries on. 2 hits means it is shaken. 3 hits is destroyed. Commanders are the only exception. If merely beaten, they recoil. If beaten by double or more, they are destroyed. We will be putting a marker on them. A shaken unit fires in close combats at a -1 and costs an extra point to move into close combat. But if it then wins the combat, its shaken marker is removed and goes back to 1 hit. Nice. With the exception of a unit in a fortification, British and Russian Guards and French Old Guard, any unit in base edge contact, but not corner to corner, with a friendly unit that has been destroyed, must immediately take a morale hit test by throwing a d6. 1 to 4, it's unaffected. 5 or 6, it takes a hit. All right. Firing. What's our range of fire? What are our ranges? We have sheets right here. Check it out. Range in paces. We have muskets, 2 inches. And we also have cannon. Where's our cannon? Artillery, foot, 10 inches. All right.
2 and 10?
2 and 10, pretty much. The firing zone must have a largely uninterrupted view of the target, an imaginary line from the right front and the left front, and from the left hand front corner of the fire to... Oh, I see. Okay. You go corner to corner. What you do here... I've seen this also. I've seen this in other parts of DBX. What you do... Anybody feel free to tell me I'm crazy, but this is what you do. You got to go from this corner, my left front, to your right front. And that... Exactly. That's it. That's how you determine if we're unobstructed to each other.
So if there's anything in that space between?
Right. Right. It has to be largely unobstructed is what it says.
So these guys wouldn't be able to hit each other still.
They would, though. There's no obstruction there.
But the range isn't enough.
Correct. The range is off.
Gotcha.
Yes, of course. It does not matter which edge of the target is being fired on, so long as both corners can be seen. Any piece of terrain or another unit that obtrudes, good use of the word, into this zone of fire obstructs the view and thus prevents the unit from firing. A firing unit may be given support by as many units as can be brought to bear. However, its fire support units other than artillery must not ignore an enemy unit that is nearer than the one it's providing fire support to. So you can't give me fire support if there's somebody else right nearby. And it must fire on that one. The target unit, if I hope you left can you put that guy back?
I did.
Support, what I meant is this. Support is like this. If I'm shooting you here, this guy can support if he's in range. And that causes you to roll a -1 because I'm supporting as I shoot. All right. In order to claim a flank, you must be fully behind the flank. So completely behind this line. That is your front edge. No partials. Firing from a built-up area. The defenders of a BUA have a 360-degree arc of fire.
Very nice.
But you must fire at the nearest unit. Historically, it was most unusual for the garrison of a BUA to be evicted by firepower alone. And as a result, in order to reflect this, if the attacker's combat result for firing is greater than the garrison's, then there is no effect. Wow.
Then how do you...
You have to go melee. What if we're in different terrains? A unit is considered to be in the terrain which covers the edge firing or facing the firer. Okay. Front edge. Artillery may fire in every bound unless they have recoiled in the previous bound. Holy cow. So artillery fires in both bounds. Yours and mine.
Both bounds?
Yeah, you get a bound, I get a bound, you get a bound, I get a bound. Artillery is always firing.
Oh, whoa.
Artillery may fire in every bound unless they have recoiled or a foot artillery that has moved. However, unlike other foot, artillery need only fire at the nearest target if it was in 3 inches. If they have no target within this distance, they may elect to fire at any target that is within range and arc of fire. Artillery moving by road through bad going may not fire, and neither may they fire at command units. Yep. That all is very sensible to me. They fire a lot, if they sit still. Contact can be made against any edge, but it must be fully against the edge. This is close combat now. Whether it be front, side, or rear. Contact against a corner is not acceptable. You must be able to contact at least 50% or more of my front. The attacker conforms to the defender, but you can't exceed movement. A unit attacked in the flank does not turn to face, and it costs a -1. Yes. If it loses, it then turns to face and recoils. If a column is attacked in its right flank, and the attacking unit must align with its right-hand edge, the attacking unit must align its right-hand edge with its chosen opponent's front edge. Makes sense? Due to the width of its base, the attacker may be in contact with 2 enemy units, but only the right-hand unit is deemed to be the one under attack, and the second unit is not classed as providing support. So hitting a column in the flank is nasty. If the attack is on the left-hand side of the column, then the reverse is true, and then for right, read left. We'll figure that out as it happens. Attacking artillery. A unit of artillery that has been engaged in close combat to its flank or rear does not turn to face, suffers the tactical factor. In addition, it cannot claim the factor for using canister because they are not deemed to be not firing back. Infantry may not move into close combat with mounted, except as support for a friendly unit that is either in or has moved into support. So you can't attack horse with foot. Artillery may not move into close combat, but may provide close combat support. Cool. Both units in an attack column must be of the same nation. Interesting. But they may be of different classes. However, the lowest class of unmodified combat factor is used. For example, an attack column composed of muskets and a unit of militia has a basic of 3, whereas that of an elite musket would get 4. Close combat against a BUA. You may get 3 attack columns, each fighting as separate entities. So they don't support each other, but you can send in 3 to push people out of BUAs. So you can send 3 columns in separately to try to kick, or I got to do it, to kick you out of that built-up area you're parked in. Commanders may attach themselves to a unit or attack column in order to give morale support and hopefully increase its chances of winning a critical close combat. But it was a high-risk business, especially for commanders such as Ney and Blucher, who invariably led from the front. If either the unit or attack column to which a commander has attached himself is destroyed or recoiled, we have a leader check. When one unit has lost 1/3 in this of their total units, including the commander but excluding the baggage, the other side has won the game.
What happens to it?
What's that?
What do you need to do to it?
1/8. You have to take 1/8 damage. Or 1/8, 1/3. So let's take a look. How many count your units?
I have 13 people. What, are you counting the baggage?
No, baggage does not
So I
count.
have 12.
So if you lose 4 units, you lose.
That's an eighth.
No, 1/3. I don't know where I was getting 1/8 from. I'm goofy.
And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So same thing.
3 each.
4.
4 each. There I go. 1/3, 3 each. All right. So I think there's nothing left to do but to do it. I'm the attacker. I get +2 to my first cap roll. I'm rolling. Here I come. Pow. And my dice fell
I
off.
do have 13. Wait. 13.
It's still going to round down to... I rolled 1. Great. That's not good. So I rolled 1. So I get 3. My commander is here. My command radius is 12 inches. Those guys are within 12 inches right there.
Yes.
How about, the baggage train doesn't count. So this does not block. What's 10 inches? How am I looking at it? I'm out of range. We didn't, do we see how we measure range? Did we notice that? Here it is. From any point on the front edge to any point on any edge. So it is closest to closest. So I could, for example, from the corner of, I could grab the corner of this gun, go here to your corner. So I'm still at 13 inches. All right. God bless you.
Thank you.
Well, let's keep it simple. Muskets. What is my movement with muskets? I gotta learn these things. Infantry, muskets. Range of paces, no. Good going, 2 on roads, 4 inches, but in good going, 2. Well, the center column could get 4, but the rest can't. Oh, but this group would wind up in bad going. What is my movement in bad going? And I can't keep my formation either. Should have thought about that. Alright, this guy here, this group here, is going to go 2 inches forward, because that's what they're going to get to do. March, march, march. That's 1 point. My second point is going to be here, also 2 inches. And my third point definite second thoughts are being had about plans. Well, why not? Cavalry. I have heavy and light. So the heavies move 3, the lights move 4. So I get to move 3. I have no shooting, I have no melee, it's your turn, roll, and this is just going to have to, I think, be here.
No, it fit.
Did it?
Yeah.
Alright. Put it where you're comfy. And you roll 1d6 for your cap dice. You get a 2.
So... how many is that? How many cap dice is that?
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you...
Are these
you rolled
guys...
1, didn't you?
Those guys are plenty close. Well, that unit's plenty...
I
Yeah,
thought you rolled a 1, so then why do I get 2?
no, you rolled a 2. No, you're thinking of Mo dice from Lucre. You roll for you.
Right, but you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1 because I'm the attacker. I get 2 more, so I get 3.
I was the attacker.
No, I was. I won the roll.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
First roll, Vulcan rolled 2, you rolled 1.
That seems wrong to me.
Make sure.
Because I got to nominate the sides. What's it? I got a 6.
No, look at Belka rolled 2.
No, I see that, but I gotta... Well, we're going with the fact that I'm the attacker, because I've already rolled, and I gave myself 2 points, so you get 2.
Okay. So, do these guys count as 1?
Yep. They are... Snug them up. But yeah, that's a formation right there.
Okay. These guys will move their 2 inches.
Squeaky, squeaky. And it's straight ahead.
Keep picking up.
Hey, Todd, when you say no benefit from supporting cavalry, do you mean just generally, or do you mean in melee, or...? So that was 1 of your 2?
And then these cavalry will go forward. They move 2?
No. Light cavalry moves 4, heavy moves 3.
Should have done it the other way around. Okay. Let's move 3. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The carriage is tilting.
What is going on?
And some of these infantry are tilting too.
Alright, I'll get in there and fix that before we post anything. For right now, we're good.
Right.
We know what we're looking at.
Those guys move up, and that's my turn.
Alright, I'll roll for my dice. Pal. 4. This gun has a 2-inch move. It'll move 1. Stopping there. Okay.
1.
Yeah. Two. Give me 1 second here. I want to get something. Very useful tool. Assuming I can spell the words. It's not in here. I am distressed by that, unless this
It's
is.
measure 620. Oh, what did you do?
That's not it. Oh, there it is.
Everything's blown up.
There we go.
Everything's blown up.
Better now?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I was hoping to go get a famous Barker marker, and I just found it. There it is. This measures 40 millimeters, which is the
across or what?
yeah. That's your zone of control right there.
Okay.
You know, you can't enter that space unless you're meleeing. So we have a Barker marker, which we're going to want. All right, so I moved 1 here, 2 here. This is pretty straightforward stuff. I'm going to feel stupid if I don't do this. So, and this will be 3 here.
Not gonna make it.
No, not close. Didn't think I would. All right, the supporting fire doesn't add to combat, unlike the supporting infantry adds to firing. Ah, okay. I was under the impression, I was going to check the rules here, firing on a BOA, close combat. A unit. It would seem that in DBN, cavalry does support. I'm looking at rule 8.15. A unit that is engaged in close combat with an enemy unit to its front and that also has further enemy units to its right, left, or both is outflanked twice and suffers -1 to its combat factor for each outflanking unit. These flanking units are deemed to be providing close combat support and cannot be fired upon, and as such cannot be fired upon. So, that is mine. You're up.
Don't want to use your 4th?
Not yet. I don't.
Alright. 1d6 for me. Oh. That bounced off my other die. You delete some.
This is weird. So those dice... Alright, never mind. It is so tedious. I'm going to do this.
You're too chunky.
No, it's not that they're too chunky. It's that they don't properly unspawn.
It's because you spawned back time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because those didn't...
Because if I do this, it disappears, then it reappears.
Oh, it does?
So this one needs to go because you turned back time while it was still there.
Ah, that was my error. All right.
That
Yeah.
was the one that needs...
No, you have a 1. You have a 1. We know that. You did not roll a 6.
What?
You rolled a 1.
That was earlier.
All right. Away you go.
These guys are going to move 3. See how you like that.
Nope. Well, they're definitely coming at each other with murderous intent. I don't think you can enter that space. I think you got to pull out of it.
What?
You've got to pull that far back. You cannot enter it.
But I'm attacking.
You're not, though.
You just said if...
You can't make contact. That's how far back you have to stay.
Until I'm at
right.
contact.
Exactly. Now, next turn, you could.
But that means you get to attack me.
It does. That's the point. Assuming that's what I choose to do. All right. I'm assuming I'm in range here. Yeah. I'm going to shoot at you cannon-wise in that BUA. In your bound. Close combat. Firing. You are infantry, correct?
What do you mean where?
You are +4. And oh, get out of here. Really? And you're +4 because you're garrus. Oh no, that's just for your lights. So you're +4. Cool. Just looking down here. Artillery not responding to enemy firing. Well, I'm not doing that, so I'm at a -1, so that's a 3. A 1. Yep. So here's the deal. Velker, you are muskets. Regular type, infantry muskets. There you are. Which means firing against foot, you are a +4. Okay?
Yes.
We then look at all the modifiers. And I have, oh, and by the way, I am artillery foot, which is a +3. Oh, jeez. Okay. So you get no modifiers, which is actually to your good. I am +3, not responding to enemy firing, so I'm +2, and I'm firing into a fortification, which is 0. There is a rule in here about firing. If the attacker's combat result for firing is greater than the garrison's, then there is no effect. If the attacker's combat result for firing is greater than the garrison's, then there is no effect. But of course, if the reverse is true, then the usual combat results are applied. I'll read you the rule. You tell me what you think. Historically, it was most unusual for the garrison of a BUA to be evicted or destroyed by firepower alone. A BUA usually has to be taken at the point of the bayonet, and as a result often changed hands several times. In order to reflect this, if the attacker's combat result for firing is greater than the garrison's, then there is no effect. But of course, if the reverse is true, then the usual combat results are applied.
Attacker's combat result.
My combat result for firing is not greater than yours. You're going to get a +4, and I'm at a 0.
So why would it be a regular combat then?
They're clearly trying to say it should be incredibly difficult to kick you out of a BUA by fire.
Yes.
Hey, Lord Ross. Nice to see you.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how to interpret that. It's a very strange rule. Let's see if there's any hints. Oh, garrisons. Good, good, good. Oh, there it is. There it is. What this means is I have to double you.
Oh.
There it is. If you're a garrison and I beat you but not by double, there's no effect. So I can't double you. because the worst you'll roll is a 5, and the best I'll roll is a 6.
So you can't double.
So I can't double you, so that firing is pointless. So I shan't do it.
But, okay.
I can't... Now, here's a great example of how I can't shoot at these guys. You see my right corner is blocked there. And my left corner would be... My left corner is clear, but my right corner is blocked. So I can't do it. So I got nobody to shoot at. Phooey. My roll. My turn. Pow. Get a 5. Huh. One.
Move back.
Come on. There we go. So artillery's moving, bad going. Artillery, foot, bad going. Oh, can't enter it. Good. Good plan you had, genius. Two. Not taking my leader in for this first party. I don't like the way I think it's going to come out. Doink. All right. That's it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi. And boy, am I doing this wrong. All right. So I got 2 melees. We'll do this one first. Let's learn about it. My muskets versus your muskets. Close combat. You want to... What? Gah! Close combat tactical factors. Is that for real? That's for real. All right, come over here, bud. Mm-hmm. You looking at this chart?
I am.
So you start out at a +4. You gain +4, so you're at 8. Yep. So you're at +8. I'm at +7 because I am 1805 to 1812 French muskets in attack column.
Wait, where is this?
It's over here. It's the big table over to your right.
No, but where are we fighting?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's right here. It's this fight here.
Okay.
This attack column is coming in against these guys. Because they are defending the garrison, they are at a +4, so they're at a +8. I'm at a +4, but I get another +3 because I'm in this attack column. Mm-hmm. So I'm at +7. So it's +8 +7. 1d6. Get him. 11. 12. You beat me. I hate that. If a unit is beaten in close combat but not by double muskets and infantry, destroyed by heavy cavalry and good going. Oh, really? Ow! I didn't want to take a hit in close combat. So that repulse didn't go well. And recoil is a full base depth, so it's like this. And I take a hit. Guess I gotta put it in front of him. Ow. Alright, so you've driven me off from Blauenberg. Not happy. I had a chance, though. I had a chance. Now this, we'll start here. These two square off.
Okay.
My lights versus your heavies. I'm going to get punched in the face. I have a fancy hunch. Cavalry light, I start out with a +3 versus mounted. Cavalry heavy, you start out as a +4, so it's +4, +3.
So +7?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're a +3.
Yeah. I'm a +4. Yeah, I'm a +3, but you are... Just checking here. I don't see anything else. Yeah, the only thing I get is going to be +3 to +3 because I have this guy flanking you over here, giving me support. So it's +3, +3. 7, 9. Not doubled, mercifully enough. All except a regular, not in bad going. All are destroyed by each other. Otherwise, 1 hit and recoil.
Does the support go too?
No, sport stays. If you had destroyed me, that he would have had to take that morale check.
Right. And now this one.
I don't want that one because I don't have support with that one.
But you're in there.
Yeah, shut it. So this is actually +2 because I'm a 3, but now you're flanking me. So it's 4. You have 4. I have 2. 4 to 2. 8. 5. I win. Yay me. So both those guys go back 1 base depth. Nope, this guy here.
Trying to grab him.
And he takes a hit.
Wait, these guys have to advance.
Oh, that's right. He's heavy. He does. You're right about that.
Hi.
He may advance.
I don't think you want to do that.
I really kind of don't.
Then I get to punch you in the face.
Yeah, it's a serious cavalry scrum going on there. See if anybody's mad at us for what we did in combat. Well, to Lord Ross's point, yeah, it's a tiny table. It's DBA 12-point game. I was just trying to figure out the system. So yeah, it's 2 by 2, and yeah, I don't see a point in firing on a DBA if you can't. I may be missing something, but given the modifiers that I see, I don't see an awful lot of a point because I don't know how you would wind up doubling it. Yeah, not that I can figure out anyway.
I've got like.
What's that?
You have a like.
I do. I have a like?
Yeah.
Somebody liked us? Hey, thanks for liking us. I will say, and to anybody who watches this, can I put up my public service announcement? First of all, thanks so much for liking. But secondly, if you don't like it, could you say why? One person seems to be clicking dislike on a couple of our videos. I just don't know why. All right, so that was me here, me there, and it's your turn. Time for cat points.
All right. Come on. Alright, 4. Take it. So, this guy, these 3, going to...
That's me, dude.
No.
Oh, that's right. No, that's you. Sorry.
These guys are going to...
Where's your... are you in range of your commander? You are, easily.
Right.
Very good. Continue. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Hi. Now these guys are all going to move their 2 inches.
Oh, jeez. Hi, fellas.
Hi. What, you thought that's all I was?
Yeah, I've been a little obsessed, I guess. I forgot you had a whole other force over there.
And then these guys, how far do you put artillery with? 1?
No, I think it's 2. Let's have a look. Artillery foot in good going, 2 inches.
What? Alright. Can I move the guy twice with DBA? Or
Are you outside 6? If you're outside 6 inches, you may. You are not.
But these guys can.
No, they. Is that?
That's 8.
That's 8. Yep. Yes, they may. But I don't think you can get. Yeah, you can do another 2 for sure. Yep.
That's my guy.
Oh right.
So.
Yep, you're fine.
I only had 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you went twice. So that's it.
Well, you're gonna want to shoot at me.
Oh, I can?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yay.
From the BUA.
Shoot.
We got a 3.
Pew pew.
Pew pew, huh? Yeah. So that's +3, I think. We go to our shooting table. I really should have switched these tables around, but that's okay. Infantry, muskets, +4. Yeah, we're +4, +4. That's a good question. I guess it never occurred to me because I'm always thinking of bowfire and DBA where fighting doesn't have mutual consequences. Firing represents long-range volley fire, skirmish fire, and medium to long-range artillery fire. Any units who are able to do so may fire in both sides bounds with the player who's... Wow, that's different. Oh, that's different. My goodness. In both sides bounds with the player whose bound it is deciding the order of fire. So it does matter both ways. But as all units except artillery in certain circumstances must fire at or respond to firing at the nearest enemy.
Whoa.
Interesting.
So who's the closest to this guy?
Well, he's got a 360, so it's going to be whoever's closest to his edge here. Yeah, so he's got to fire at dude. Yeah, dude is going to fire there, and so it's +4 to +4. Unless... Oh, no, I'm firing into a BUA, so that's going to hurt me a lot.
Wait, you get to... There's battle back?
Yes,
firing?
it's not battle back. It's... We're all firing at each other.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I had that moment of, aha! That's kind of cool, I think. So it's definitely all the time. So, firing into a BUA. So it's +4 to +2. Yeah, +4 to +2. Here we go. Pow! Pew pew! 7 to 6. I beat you, but as we know, it has no effect. And I can't double you anywhere. I can't double you anywhere in here.
So it's useless.
Yeah, so it's because it's a minus. Well, it's... Let's see here. It's a +4 -2, so it's 2 to... So let's see. If I roll a 6, I get an 8. And you roll a 1, you get a 5. Yeah, I can't double you with musket fire.
So,
over here. Where do you want to do? It's up to you.
Start with this fight.
This fight here?
Yep. So these guys are supported fighting these light.
Nope. There's no support because this guy is here. You get support from this dude.
And I'm confused.
Okay, just look at it logically. Mm-hmm. This guy here is for you.
Yeah.
This guy here is your support dude.
Right.
But he's otherwise engaged, so you get no support.
But I'm confused as to why this guy got to support this guy when he was right there.
These guys were 1 unit back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way DBA thinks. That's a supporting position.
So this is a supporting position.
This is not because he's engaged. He is going to get to. I gotta remember. Does he get to support?
I don't think so.
Fires. That's a fascinating question. We're now looking for the word support. A unit that is engaged in close combat that also has further enemy units to its right, left, or both is outflanked twice. So I would say yes. That why will you dislike us for money, Red Sox? Why will that happen?
We thought you were
nice.
on our side.
All right, so your worst fight is actually going to be this guy.
Right.
Because
well,
he's getting flanked here.
Well, and on this end.
No, because this guy's engaged. So he can't provide support.
So does this guy get to provide support
Nope.
then? Because this guy's engaged.
No, this is one fight right here.
Right.
Supported here.
Right.
This is one fight here.
Mm-hmm.
Supported nowhere.
But, huh?
This is not support because he's engaged.
So then, I guess my question is, why when we were here did this guy support?
Because he wasn't engaged and he was to his left.
Engagement is the problem here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why.
So where do you want to start?
Let's start with here. So
I think
4.
that's just 4-3, right?
Believe so.
Yeah, 4-3.
9.
Ow. 9, a draw. What does a draw do in the close combat?
Suck. I thought I had that in the.
I thought you did too. In a draw, both units take a hit and mount, and if mounted, recoil. So you are now shaken.
Well, so are you.
Nope. I only have 1 damage. I recoil, and so do you.
Does the guy behind me do
Yep. You all gotta go. Alright. Now this dude's gonna be... This is a 3 to a 2 now.
No, thank you. 8.
8.
No, you got more.
Uh-uh.
Your bonus is higher. You have a 9.
I have a 2.
What?
This is a 3. This is usually a 3,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine. But you're a 4 minus 1 minus 2. So
I'm a 2. You're a 3, right?
yeah. So it's 9 to 9.
I got an 8 and you got a 9.
Oh, I did.
I rolled a 6. How am
Oh, got it.
How am I
got it.
supposed to get a 9?
Beat you by 1. Beat you by 1. Mounted.
I think it's a recoil.
Yeah, 1 hit and a recoil.
You must advance. Both of these guys.
Nope, they're lights. I may advance, and I will not. Actually, you know what? I will.
I mean, what's the point in not?
This guy will. Yeah, this guy's got to do it to protect this guy.
Can these guys move sideways?
Yeah, they can individually, and it costs a fortune because you have to measure from the edges. It's very expensive.
What do you mean?
It's how I moved this gun. If you want to move, let's say I wanted to just turn him, you measure from this edge over to here. That's 1.7 inches. You're almost at 2 inches right there. Just to pivot the gun.
Just to pivot him back to this way?
Yep.
To this way?
Yep. To facing this way.
But he would be this way? Would he be
No,
this way now?
I would just be turning him. I'd be wheeling
And then
him.
he would be facing the wheat?
Yes. All right. So this is still going on. My turn, right?
Wait. Did I have more than? I rolled a 5.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, I rolled a 2.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, you moved everybody.
Well,
You
I
moved
didn't
your
move
gun
these
twice.
guys.
You moved those guys. And
That was the same turn.
Yep.
That's right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
here we go. My turn. Cap dice is 3. It's fine. Oh, good lord. I guess I gotta use the other trees. It's a pity, because these are nice.
Why are you deleting the trees? Why are you deforesting?
Because I'm going to be moving into them
So now you are in the forest, right?
shortly.
Where is the forest? Where should we know? How will we...
I'm gonna call in the bases shortly. Give me a sec. Don't do that. What's movement and bad going? I have moved 1.1. Infantry foot. Bad going. Also 2. Alright, so I get 2 inches. We'll just leave that there. Tree marker there, tree marker there. We're at the edge of the forest.
And where is the other end?
I'll get the bases for it. So that was 1. Jeepers creepers. 2. As I said, it's a slow process. All right, attack column coming in. First things first, shooting. You get, is there any shooting here? Ranges? No. Does your gun have anybody it can shoot at? I think it does.
Think so.
Yep.
What? You're doing the other cannons. This one, the 7, and the other.
Oh, that's right there.
Yes, he could.
Yep.
Yay.
All right, so I get to shoot first, though. I don't think I've got anybody to, because this gun moved. I don't have anybody to shoot at. So you get to shoot first with this foot artillery over here.
Alright, so that is how many days?
Well, we go over here to the chart. Foot artillery. Against foot is 3. -1 because you're not responding to my enemy fire. Yep. +2. And then I get, in response, infantry. +4.
Yeah. But are you firing at my cannons?
It's just, I get to shoot like this just so we have a matched die set, if you know what I mean. It's not like I can hit you. I have to roll something so it can be compared. I'm +4, you're +3.
This is your defense.
Yeah, basically.
7 or
8. Miss.
No, I had 8. Wait, I have a +4.
You have a +3.
I have a +3?
Yeah.
I have 7. You had a +4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Forrest.
No, I'm always +4.
What is that?
My infantry muskets are +4.
What? Why? I don't get that.
Why? That's just my... Remember, I can't hit you.
I know.
Right? So it doesn't matter.
I don't
Can you
get
shoot the other guy?
I don't think so. Can. Then I'll move your thing to the right.
It's actually here. Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Ouch.
Yeah.
8 to 5, so you beat me, didn't double me.
Couldn't W.
1 hit? Is that right? 1 hit. Okay.
Do you have to recoil?
Nope. Just a hit. Alright, what's next?
I don't know. What's next?
I suppose it was me. Shooting. These guys get... We're still in the shooting phase. These guys get to shoot out again.
Sweet. How much?
You would think we'd have this memorized by now, wouldn't you?
No.
Let's see here. I'm 4s. We're both 4s.
Right, so I have a +4.
You're +4. I'm firing into a... Is this the one that's just 4 to 2? Yeah. 4 to 2.
8.
7.
I still hit you.
You do.
Didn't double you, but I hit you. Hit and a recoil.
1 hit.
1. Yeah.
Now shaking. Oh wait, this guy's in contact. Never mind. You don't get to shoot at him.
What?
This is melee. We're in contact. So
Didn't
that's got to be a melee, and you can't shoot, and he couldn't shoot at you either. So that's cool. So we'll go over here.
Okay.
Melee time.
Oh.
Lord. So we'll pick the one I like best, which is this one.
Alright, so
Where it
3 to 3.
3 to correct. 3 to 3.
6.
5.
Gotcha. Got
bother that. That's the wrong roll. I believe it's with... That's a recoil in one. Recoil in one hit.
Get out.
And that is now shaken.
And I must...
You must pursue me.
But not with both of them.
Correct.
Move too far back.
Come on up. Bonk. There we go. Okay.
And now this one. Is good for me.
Yeah, that is. Well, you've got, yeah.
1 to 4.
No.
Or 2 to 4.
Yeah, you've got, he's 3, minus 1 for 2. But you're shaken. That cost you 1.
So 3 to 2.
3 to 2.
6. 4.
Oy.
I'm unshaken now?
Correct. And that's now I am shaken.
Push back.
And you must pursue.
These guys will.
They can't.
Oh, they can't?
No. That's not... That's part of your disorderingness.
I've lost my formation so terribly.
That's exactly it.
It's in a zigzag now.
That's the point. Alright, now this. I've got this plus 1 to 5 minus... Because I get the melee advantage of that column. 8. 7. Yep. 8 to 7 again. You have 8.
Wow. That's a big number.
Oh, jeez. Well, still good enough to beat. That pushes me to shake and...
Yeah.
Shows.
No, you already had 2.
No, I had 1.
Why does it say 2 then?
I just moved it to 2.
Oh. Get out of my house.
Yeah, clearly you care very much about Blauenberg. So yeah, kicking someone out of a BUA is no joke. It's your roll.
Right. So, another 4. Good enough for me. These guys will continue to move up. Hi. Could you get out the marker?
La 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 la.
Keep moving it. Just turn around. It's not on him.
No, but you're on the marker.
Yeah, but the marker isn't on him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. There you go.
Can we fire from that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Cool. These guys can move up 2. And so that's 1, 2. This guy will move up. And this guy will move up. Alright. That's my turn.
Oh, okay. We've been screwing up arc of fire for foot. All foot may fire at any enemy that is within a base width either side of straight ahead.
So you can't do that horizontal thing?
Although some mounted units were armed with carbines, their range was so limited that it doesn't matter.
So none of that crazy slanty stuff?
Right.
That makes sense.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's
not much.
No, it's not much at all. That makes more sense. Okay, good. Got it. So we screwed that up.
Nothing happened from that. So.
All right, so you moved 1 here.
1 here.
1 here.
Move these 2.
3, 4?
Yep.
All right, firing first. You pick who shoots.
We'll start right here, and I believe they have to fire these guys.
That seems right.
2.5, 5, and then yeah. So to these guys, the back units.
Yeah. So that's gonna be that. Well, you're not flanking. You'd be flanking the guy in front. You're not flanking the guy in back.
I'm not.
No.
Wait, could I go for the guy in front if I wanted to?
I don't see why you couldn't.
That is 2.5. That is 2.5.
Yeah, I mean they're.
This one.
So you're gonna shoot at the guy in back.
Oh, that one. Oh, it's fine. Never mind. I'm gonna go for the guy in front.
So you're gonna go for the guy in front.
Yes.
All right, cool. So I'm a +4.
I'm a +4. I'm gonna tell.
And we got all kinds of modifiers. You get a +1, so you're at a +5.
Does being in a town give me anything?
It hurts me. So you're at a +5, and I was a +4, and now I'm a +2.
So +5, +2.
5 to 2.
6.
7. I actually
No!
beat you. I actually beat you. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's
Because I got a W. But still. Alright.
Now these guys.
Alright, so this dude can shoot, and this guy can support.
This guy can't shoot.
He's supporting.
But can he shoot later then?
Nope. I don't think so.
When do we just shoot
I
separately
think
and
it's.
not support?
I think it's. That's a good question. Well, it doesn't say you can't, and that is one base. I don't. That's an interesting question. I don't know the easy answer to that one. Because in Hordes of the Things, in another DBA, this guy fires, this guy supports.
If that's how it goes, then that's probably going to be it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
That makes the most sense. I'm already in a world of trouble. So you've got a let's see here, you're a +4. I'm a +4. Oh, okay, so you're firing into bad going, which means both of us are at a -2.
So I'm a 3 and you're a
So it's a
-1.
4. No, you're a 4. You're 4 minus 2s to 2. I'm a 4 -2 -1.
So 2 to 1.
3 to 1. Oh, yeah, 2 to 1. You're right. 2 to 1.
4.
7.
What is with you? And your 6s.
7 to 4. So I'm pretty sure that's a hit and a recoil. Or is it just a hit?
Probably hit. It's probably hit. Oh, you jerk.
1 hit. Alright, so we did that. No shooting there. No shooting here.
But right here.
Much melee.
How?
It's up to you. Call it.
Let's start with this one.
Thought you might. Alright, so this is 3 -1 -2. So I've got 1.
And I've got 4.
Yeah, 4 to 1.
Come on. 7.
That's 7, and I got 4. Doesn't matter.
W, dang.
It doesn't matter. You killed me, because that's 3.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Yay.
It's 1 kill. Now, no, that guy was not supporting him, so... Ow, hey. Okay, next melee.
Right here.
So
that's
this is going
3-3.
to negative. This is a 2 because I'm flanked. So 1. So this
4.
is
3.
you are a 4. Why aren't you a 4? Ah, yes.
So 1 to 3.
So this is 3 to 1. Yep.
Oh yeah. 9.
And that's in fact doubling me. Jeepers. So that's a wipeout. My cavalry just got punched to bits. Punched to bits, I say. My turn?
What, he's gone?
What? Who's gone?
That guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
You doubled him, among other things.
Sweet. Alright, your turn.
Two.
What
He is not supporting a combat.
gonna
Oh
do?
boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh no. Oh no.
Nope, he's in range. Hi, how are you?
Wait, let's see. Right there. All the way to over here. Oh, so he is. Oh, you jerk. But he's not flanking.
Yeah, he is. Most certainly is.
Okay.
So, good.
But I'm supported.
1. 2.
Okay.
We'll begin with shooting. My gun shoots you right here.
What? No, they don't. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay.
All right, foot gun plus against mounted though.
My horses ain't gonna.
Artillery foot versus mounted +3. Your horse, is that your heavies?
Yes.
So it's +3 at base. +2 +3. I'm at +2. Yep. +3 +2.
Plus, huh?
You have +3. I have +2. I roll a 5.
I roll 4.
I beat you. Look at that. Blam.
Hit and recoil?
You're beaten and firing. All others. 1 hit. Just 1 hit.
Now I'm shaking.
That's good news.
I was just gonna do that.
Sorry. Alright, so that's done. No shooting there. That's melee. No shooting there. Shooting here. Yeah, you have to do it. I got no choice. What were these numbers again? Do you remember?
No.
It's 4 -1 for the 3, and then you're at 4 but -2, so it's 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
4, 6, hit. Pew.
Smacking you around.
All right, melees.
So where do you want to start?
Here.
Cavalry or
Yeah.
these guys?
Oh no, elite heavy cavalry. Thank you very much.
I didn't. What?
Oh,
I
yeah.
said cavalry.
Yeah, no, that's my elite heavy cavalry. Thank you.
I said cavalry, but then you emphasized the elite.
I
and
did. They're
was saying-
elite. They're elite because I need that right now.
Like you were like.
I desperately need that.
Like you were making fun of me for just saying heavy cavalry.
No, I was
Like,
not. I was not. That
I
was
just
that
said
was me
cavalry.
pointing out that I'm elite. So it's heavy to elite heavy. So it's 4 to 4 that way.
You get
Plus
plus
5.
elite.
5 because I'm elite, and then
-5 because I'm being flanked.
no.
I know it's not -5, but
Good lord.
it's just gonna be close.
So it's 5 to 4.
Attack and flank is -1.
5 to 3.
5 to 3. I can still win. And that's reassuring. Oh yeah. No!
11 to 9, I beat you.
Ugh!
So
I'm so happy.
a win is, well, you're not going to be happy in a second. You are beaten but not by double mounted. You are not in bad going. It's 1 hit and recoil. The problem is...
I'm shaken.
Nope. You turn this way, you can't recoil. Because he's facing the other way, so you die.
What?
Yeah.
But then we weren't squared up. What? I didn't know any of this. Wait, why can't this guy just scooch?
Nope, because he's not facing that way. He's facing...
Well, that guy got easily scooched, so why can't this guy just turn?
There's no easy scooching, because that was... I had to spend my entire movement doing that easy scooch of which you refer.
No, but he had to do the easy scooch.
So...
I don't understand.
Sure. I mean, you were facing this way. I hit you in the flank. He turned to face, ran away this way, and couldn't.
But then, if he turned to fight, then why doesn't this guy turn and back up?
Because he's not facing that way. It's all happening at the same time.
I know he doesn't face that way, so why can't he face that way?
So, this mess that I'm going to get punched in the face for again. I haven't even put a kit on you. That's the crazy part. So I'm 5...
I get to shoot at you. Oh, no, that's melee.
No. So it's 5...
5?
Yeah, I'm always 5 because I'm in that attack column.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. Because I'm
yeah, it does.
You're defending a fortific... You are defending...
I'm a 4 plus whatever you're giving me.
Garrisoning a BOA. Yeah, it's... I am... Oh, actually, it's a +3. I'm a 7, and you are an 8. 8 to 7.
9.
Come on now.
2 or more.
At least hit him. 12. 12 to 9?
Yep. So I got a hit for once. Wow. And I take a damage.
No. Go down to garrisons.
Don't tell me I die. Garrison. What? But not... Why?
Because I finally push you out of there.
But destroyed?
Yeah, it's incredibly hard to get you. All right. So we're 2 to 2. Do I get to advance in there?
I figure.
I'd like to. I super duper would like to. Against the BUA.
You might have to roll that 6.
No, that's if I can be in there, but that's how I eventually garrison it. You are correct about that, but that's not the same thing. Here we go. Yeah, once I go in there, I gotta wait, I have to roll a 6 on my cap die to claim the garrison tactical factor. And then it's 1 less every other turn. Ugh.
So you just have to wait there and not doing anything?
All attack columns must pursue for 1 base depth. Wow. Alright. So I have to. Alright, here I come. But I am not successfully garrisoning this. I'm just in it. I'm
How
not
can we
a.
mark that?
I'm not a garrison. We just know. I should get something for that though, shouldn't I?
I'm just gonna tilt him a little bit.
Okay.
So I know that he's not in.
All right. Cool. All right, 2-2, and it's your turn for cap dice.
Alright. Oh yeah.
I would like 6 cap dice.
These guys are all going to advance. Oh no. These guys will advance. And let's say hi.
Hello. You got to square up.
Yep.
So yeah.
So we'll just move these.
That hill is going to be a thing. You know that hill is there. You've got more than enough to square them up.
Mm-hmm. But it's kind of hard because this...
Yep.
I'm just going to go for the center guy.
I know. Hang on. Go ahead. There's a hill there.
That's the 2.
Does that work? I don't see what would... No, you can't interpenetrate that way.
How?
You'd be interpenetrating this guy. You can't do it.
How?
Back up. Remember, you have to go straight ahead.
Right. Over here. Over here.
And nope, you can't make that move. That move is not legal.
You just said it could.
Mm-mm. That you're gonna have to. You move straight ahead. Move him straight. Right there, you don't have enough movement to contact my face. It's got to be this guy.
That guy can't do it either.
Sure you can. Especially if you move him by himself. What if you do this and then square up? You've got plenty of space. I'm gonna get rid of all these trees. We clearly need some sort of different tree.
Well, I'm over half, so I can hit him now.
Yeah, that's legit. And then you do this, and then these guys, because you want the support. I get that. Then these guys do this. These guys do this. And then it's up to you if you want those guys to come along as well. They, however, would have to climb that hill. These guys.
These guys will.
Okay, well, they don't get that much movement. Okay, so that hill is not going to work. Good note. I've never... Of all the things TTS does brilliantly, it stinks with hills. It just does. Alright, so there's no hill there. Come on over.
Hi.
Hi.
And we still have the 4 pieces of terrain. Yay.
Just making sure we're keeping our markers. Alright, so that was 1.
1. These guys are going to turn on their facing.
Who's that? Those fellas? Okay.
So that is
What's their move? 4?
3. Oh no, it is 4. So that's
What you got to do is measure the corners. Take this corner
That's what I'm doing.
and go to that corner. That's 3.5 inches.
So these guys can only go 3.
Okay.
These
So they can't get close enough.
That's what I'm saying. So these guys can.
Can they do that though?
So the turn. 1.7.
So no, don't do that. Put them down. Let me show you what you do. You grab this corner over to here. What is that?
2.2.
Then you're good. All right, you have a melee. That was a 1, 2.
These guys will do similarly. So these guys will go from here to here.
Which guys? These guys can't because that's
the light.
Oh, the lights. Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is you're going to measure. Do you want him to come to his flank?
Yes, I want this guy to.
That's 3.3 inches.
He can make that.
Okay.
Now this guy will try to if he can.
He wants to go there.
Yeah. And what's
He can get. Remember he's got to come up this far. That's 3 inches right there.
So it would go up there. Move it.
Nope. Back there you go. That's 3 inches.
Oh, nope, he's not doing that.
I was going to ask you about that.
No, you weren't. But
Yeah, it was. But I did want to go through how the movement works. So you're going to put in there. So again,
he's
1.
going to move up 3.
Okay.
Anything else? These guys will shoot at these guys?
I think as we determined, there's no way for them to actually... Can you do anything? Foot artillery. Let's find out, right? It's always worth checking. Artillery, foot against foot is +3. I'm against foot also, so I'm +4. So it's +3, +4 to start. +3, +3. Because I'm not firing at you. Can I fire back at you? Am I in range is the point.
What is your range?
Range for guns is 2 inches. For me, is 2
No.
inches. Okay, yeah, so then it's +3, +3. And now it's +1, +3 because you're firing into a fortification. So I get +3, you get +1. Pew, blam. 7. 5. Okay.
No.
All right.
Wait, if you rolled a 1, that would be a 4. And if I rolled a 6, that would be a 7. So I couldn't. Anyway.
Right, unless you're in range of me, in which case I'm firing back, and then you don't lose that -2. That's what you got to do. You got to bring the guns right up here so we can shoot at each other. Long range firing at a BOA is not going to get it done.
Okay. So.
Any other... Do I have any shots? I do. I will now shoot at your horses.
They don't.
+4, I think. But
Wait,
I'm going to...
Can these guys hit?
They actually don't get to shoot. They're just getting a number, as it were. So... My foot artillery at your mounted is a +3. That's your heavy cavalry, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're +3, +3.
But they're shaken. So -1.
Okay, +3, +2 for you. +2, +2. Ooh, you're in good going and fired at... Am I within 300 paces?
That's 3 inches. Yes.
So it's +2, +1.
What?
You are +1.
And you are +2?
Yep.
Okay. 3.
3. What is a draw? Good
You
lord.
don't hit me.
A draw has no effect.
See?
Boom. That was firing...
I think that's all firing.
Because this is meleeing. Yeah.
But these guys can fire on those guys.
Who?
Definitely.
No. Alright, so that's melees. Who's calling these melees? You are.
Me. So let's start over here.
Alright, so that's my elite heavy cavalry versus
3.
your
So
lights.
you have a +5. This is 3. So you have a 4. So 4 to 3.
That sounds right. 4 for me.
6.
Oh,
Yes.
to 4. So that's just a hit and a recoil.
Yeah. You must move. Is that a baseline?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a good way to measure it. Good thought. Do I have to go back further?
Nope, you're good. Just move up a little. You have to. Yeah, right there.
And doink.
And
All
now
right.
over here. I love this one.
Alright, I'm
4.
shaken. So I would have been a...
4. So now you're 3. Minus 1.
I'm
because-
actually better than that. Hang on a second.
What? How? Oh, for us.
Attack column.
Plus 3?
Yep. Because I got that other unit behind me. So I'm 4, right? Because I'm against mounted. Infantry, muskets. Yep. 4 plus 3, 7 minus 1.
2. I'm supporting.
So I was, let me think about this. Now I'm confused. I was 4. I went up to 7. I got to go down
2.
6, 5. Yep.
And I'm a 4.
Is your leader supporting you?
Yes.
Okay, because that's a modifier 2. Of plus 1 for you. So I'm 5 to, it's 5 to 5.
5 to 5. Whoever wins this roll, so it doesn't matter. No.
A draw. That's funny. 1 hit, and if mounted, recoil. Oh. That kills him.
Yeah.
Nope, he stays where he is.
Do I get to advance?
Nope. You're not in attack column.
But these guys are.
It does not matter.
But this guy is with this guy and says it doesn't count.
Why is this thing not moving the way I need it to? There we go. Alright. Oh, we got a problem. Oh, do we have a problem?
One more guy and you're done.
Yeah, I might as well play out the string. My turn. 3. Yeah, he's out of range now. We're gonna win this one this time.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
No.
This guy's gonna retire.
Ooh, where? Okay. Fine, then do that. It's not gonna do you much good.
I'm limited in my choices at the moment, thank you all so much. And I also, you will note, did not roll a 6. So I am not allowed to...
And keep yourself tilted.
I'm not allowed to declare myself a garrison. So 1...
2, 3.
I didn't move him.
But you're... Oh, it's moving?
Yeah.
Not combat?
Yeah, no.
Ordering? I'm
No.
thinking CNC.
Yeah, I know. Firing in melee is automagic.
Oh, cool. Then why don't we just call them Mo dice?
Right?
What? No.
Oh, yeah.
You're so mean. I don't like you, believe it or not.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Just there. Alright. But he didn't make it. Didn't make it. He's not in top contact, so it's just going to be a straight shot. Okay. Firing. I'm firing at this horse. I'm going to kill it.
No, you're not.
I'm going to kill it.
No, you're not.
I'm going to definitely kill
Oh,
your...
no, yeah, you are.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Oh, no. This could definitely decide the game this turn. Because if I knock you out of the map, then you're done for. And if you kill that guy...
Yeah, I need some real love here. I really do. Artillery, foot, firing at mounted, 3. And your horsies are heavies, so they're plus. So we start at 3 to 3 again.
They're heavy.
Yeah, but you're firing at my guns, so still 3 to 3. Because you're not firing at
Oh,
other mounted. You're better against other mounted than you are against foot.
Oh.
So it's 3 to 3. Then I drop to 3 to 2.
I dropped to 2 to 2 because I'm shaken.
You drop to 2 to 2 because you're shaken, and you drop to 1 because you're in good going, firing at being. So it's 2 to 1. I have 2. You have 1.
I have 1. Yeah.
Nothing.
I doubled you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not actually shooting at me.
But I doubled
Over.
you. Don't I get a bonus or something?
Shooting behavior. Over here, I get no bonuses, but I still got to do it. This is 4 to 4, 3 to 4. I think that's it, right?
3 to 4.
Yep.
I have 4.
Yes.
9.
5. Oh.
Ooh, you don't like that?
9 to what?
5.
9 to 5. So not doubled.
Ooh.
Just missed it. Just missed it, but still. 1 hit. So.
Ooh.
Okay. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. 1 melee. Not shaken. So this is 5 to. This is 4 to 3, right? I don't see anything.
4 to 3.
4 to 3.
No, you're elite, so it's 5 to 3. Right?
No. Oh, right. 5 to 3.
5 to 3.
Charge!
6.
8-6. I win, withdraw, and I must pursue.
You still keep your damage for
Yeah, I do.
You must.
Which is not the smartest thing I could ever do, in all truth. That's it for me.
Oh,
You're up.
Yeah.
You are up.
Sweet. Okay. 2. Okay. So this guy is going to turn to face dude. So he goes. There's 1, 2. This is 2.1 move. That's 2.1. He's gonna stay there. And that's 1. And these guys are all going to make a mass move forward for 2 inches.
Is that so?
Oh yeah. Shooting.
Shooting. I get to shoot here. What else? What do you got?
I have nothing.
All right, I'll shoot here.
Wait, no. I don't want to move these guys. I do not want to move these guys. That was a mistake. Sorry. I had other plans and then I moved those guys. I wanted to move this guy.
Okay, what are you gonna do? Square up. It's good enough. Logical.
Is charging cannons just a free kill?
Hey, I'm looking at this thing. Shugiyosha. Nice. The mod, it's just for Tabletop Simulator, and it's one that I built for Bellis Napoleonicis. So what's this, Velker? So you moved this. What was your cap roll?
2.
You rolled 2.
So that guy. Yeah, he makes it.
Does he? Nope. 6 inches through the BOA. So that would be 2. That would be all your movement. Your choice.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Wait, what is the roll? What is the roll? I want to know before I make my decision.
What do you mean?
Like, what are my chances on
What are your odds there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. Artillery, foot, horse 3, cavalry heavy, right?
Mm-hmm.
against horse, so it's 3 to 3 to the beginning.
I have a 2.
You're down to 2 because of that. Three to 2. The trick is, if you beat me, you win. You destroy me.
Just blame.
I have a 3 to 2 advantage.
And then what's my thing if I flank you here?
Well, that's actually 2 separate combats. I think. Because this way, it's a support.
Right.
Yeah, this way...
I'm curious, if you move back your 1.2, I'll put you back, but I can't hit you.
Yeah, you'd still be striking me in the flank. I don't...
Can I hit you from there? Or would I have to go right here?
No, it doesn't work that way. It's cleaner. It's much more geometric. I think it's this... No, I think it's 1 combat and you're over here.
And so I get the flank bonus.
Yeah.
And the support bonus?
No, you just get the support bonus.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you know what? You can't flank me from there because in order to do that, you've got to be behind me to start. You can't wheel to that. You're here. Mm-hmm. You're not to my flank right now, and you can't be.
Why?
You have to move all the way around to my flank to get there.
That's what I did.
Mm-mm. No, you have to start the turn behind there. So you just get the support. So the more efficient move for you is this.
Okay. And that's what I'll do?
So shooting. There is some. I think we're 2 inches apart, aren't we?
Yep.
Same deal. Do we remember our numbers?
4 to 4.
No. It's 4 to 4, but
You're not in the forest anymore.
I understand. Yeah, I am.
No.
Sure I am. The forest is still here. I've never moved.
Yeah, you did. You moved back.
Oh yeah, you're right. All right, we'll skip that. But it's 4 to 4, but it's a -1 because you get the support, so it's 4 to 3.
4 to 3.
Nine to 7. I win. You take a hit. Pew.
You suck.
Happy about that.
Let's hope you don't get a roll like that on this one.
Is that all the firing?
I believe so.
It's all the firing. Now it's melees.
Start with this one. 2 to 3.
I get 3, right?
Yes. Are you serious?
Are you serious?
It's the same thing.
Draw. It's a draw, which is... What's a draw? Oh! Oh!
What is it?
Both take a hit, and if mounted, recoil, so you're dead.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
And here we go. Here we go. Now we're on the edge for the whole game. For the whole game. This is 5.
We'll both survive, no matter
this
what.
is... It's 5-4 to 3.
4 to 3.
4 to 3.
No.
8 to 4. I win. I double you. Game. Whew. That was a heck of a deal. So overall, it's a radically different game. Holy cow. Hey, Army Scorpio. You're from Teugen. My goodness. Nice to hear from you. Velker and I, who's playing, we were just in Teugen. Climbing up all over the place. That's really awesome. We were down, we might even have eaten a few wild blackberries while we were climbing up the Buchberg. So it's very nice to see you drop by. So this is a very, very different game from obviously Commands and Colors, Napoleonics, and Blucher. What do you think of it?
I really like it.
What do you like about it?
The combat system is brutal, it's understandable. It's very interesting. I like the way that movement works. I've never known that works.
I think I'm going to be bringing in our non-collision trees to see if we can use those. I'd like to be able to have the forests up. Either that or we'll use the forest bases and just move them out of the way. I really like the way we can make this work because now we can just create a space that's roughly that size. So we had collision problems with hills and trees, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so it's so much more compact. Does it feel Napoleonic? Does this feel like a Napoleonic battle to you? Would you say?
No.
Okay, why
I
not?
think there's more. I think if there were more stages to damage, it would make more sense because it's basically nothing -1 dead. I
Okay.
think if it was a little more degrading, I think would make more sense for the Napoleonic genre.
Okay. Interesting. Well, and again, we're playing a very small battle. I think I want to try a couple more of the little ones to see how they feel, and then try to do some of the bigger ones. We've got Osprey Nestling for this, but you can also just throw out, you can double the size of the map and create 2 different commands and go at each other that way. But this was interesting. This was a first run, a stumble through of De Bellis Napoleonicis for as part of our great experiment. It's also, what is this, day 5 of our TTS-A-THON? All right. So I want to thank everybody that showed up and chose to hang out with us, our regulars, and even some new folks from Teugen. Really appreciated your showing around and visiting. We will post the video of this very shortly to my YouTube page, so you can check it out if you missed any of it. And if you saw us do something wrong, if we goofed something up horribly in the DBN, please let us know. This was all about stumbling through. So if we made a mistake, please just give us a shout. But in the meanwhile, thanks a lot, and we'll check you